All right, so here we are at the border of Evanston and Chicago, Howard and Chicago Avenue. Riding on our old infrastructure. I don't know if I'm in a bike lane or on the shoulder. I'm not really sure. I think this is a bike lane. I mean, it says bike lane ahead. But that would mean that technically is not a bike lane. Is this a bike lane? I don't know. No, it is, because it goes away up ahead. In all my life living here, I've never seen more traffic than this. And we've got 3 lanes. And I'm riding through this gravelly, potholed gutter, and now it's gone. Now it's gone. And behind this tree, you'll see the sign that reminds drivers to share the road with me. Now all the cars that just passed me have to pass me again because we caught up to each other at the light. And I hate this section. I bet you this car passing me super slow wishes I wasn't in his way, and I wouldn't be if I was in my own protected lane. Got another car who doesn't want to pass me. Again, if I was in a protected lane, they'd have just been able to go without any problem. Here comes the bus. Here comes the bus. Oh, a truck. Oh, that truck doesn't move over an inch. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm glad I passed him because I don't want to have to deal with it here where it pinches like this. When this road reaches downtown and it's just as wide, just as busy, I'll let my 12-year-old ride there because there's a protected lane. I would never, ever want to expose my 12-year-old to what that truck just did to me. Yeah, what businesses did we pass? I have no idea. I was more concerned with semi-trucks, to be honest, that whole way. But it's a beautiful ride. I mean, I'm a guy who loves to ride his bike, so of course I'm having a great time. But the point of this is not so that 40-something-year-old dudes who like to ride 100 miles for the fun of it can get around, differently than we already are. The point is so that your mom, your kid, your grandparent, this dude right here, he could be on a bike. He could be on a nice, comfy, electric-assisted tricycle, and perfectly safe, having some mobility down this major corridor through Evanston. People who can't imagine that at one point this road was designed and implemented. And that was a long time ago. And we've learned a lot since then. Namely, we've learned how to do this right here. Now, I'm on the exact same street. My stress level has gone from a 9 or a 10 to a 2 or a 3. I hope you can even hear my voice. I'm just comfortably riding my bike down the street and not even having to think twice about traffic. And I was looking into when we put this in, and I didn't realize this wasn't finished until 2018, which is 6 years ago. It feels like it's been here a lot longer. Maybe that means that, we adapt so quickly to what the built environment is that it almost just becomes second nature, that, or just assumed that it exists. And once you get to the next suburb ahead in Wilmette, the road quiets down, it narrows up a bit. It's always just kind of been a known, established cycling road. This stretch of the road here was 4 lanes of high speed, bad drivers, aggressive drivers, and you'd basically be starting and ending your ride in the most aggressive and unpleasant place for a bike to ride. And now, this is like the highest quality infrastructure we have in Evanston. It's completely changed how I interact with this road. Why not pull into the driveway? I'm going to turn into Lighthouse. Turning left out of the driveway there onto the bike lane is so much easier than turning out in your car. Yet another example of why the roads play such an important or significant role in how we interact with our city. So let's say I want a wax. I can stop and get a wax. Evanston's a pretty unique place. We're a very progressive city. We voted, I want to say 93% in the Democratic side of the ticket at this last election. It's hard for me to hear city staff and elected people saying, we have to take in these criticisms, we have to listen to the points of view, which I get, it's democracy. But what I'm hearing is them holding that democratic process high above anything else, which is the exact problem that the national platform ran into against somebody who was bold and strong and wanted to get things done and would just bullheadedly try to do things regardless. Because people want that. People want to feel like the people in office are fighting for them, that they are there with a plan and will implement that plan that they got hired to do. From what I've heard from the city, our elected officials support the plan for a bike lane. Our city staff and transportation engineers support the plan and have a good plan. This may sound hard to hear, but when infrastructure takes 20 to 40 years to finally get all the little pieces of quarter mile here, half mile there, a little lane here, a piece of paint here, finally all together, it takes 20 to 40 years. And honestly, those businesses likely won't be there anymore, regardless of what the road looks like. And if the road actually has good transportation modes to get people to their storefronts, it'll only be good for their businesses and increase their chances that someone could get there. I get that elected officials don't want to lose their next election because they did something bold that upset a bunch of loud, vocal people in the community. They might also do something that benefits a lot of loud, vocal people. I consider myself to be a loud, vocal person. So at least when it comes to this stuff, take the bold actions that we know will make the streetscape of our city a fantastic place to be. That's not controversial. If it takes, public meetings to convince people of that's what it will do, bring the proof. You do the work to show them. Don't put it on people like me to say, oh, please, 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 and then get upset when you're like, we're doing what we can, be patient, maybe your kid will have good infrastructure. It's been proven again and again and again that people walking in front of your business, people riding their bikes in front of your business, that's what's going to get more people. There's cars here. They're going to be here for 2 hours. That's 2 cars in front of your business. There's no way that's going to sustain enough revenue for you to keep that business open. It's just not. You need people, you need foot traffic. So, the new plan for Chicago Avenue, or the objection to the plan to Chicago Avenue, the detractors are saying, just go on to Judson. I used to ride Judson, but I'd ride it when I'm going to Lake Bluff and I need a quiet street to warm up on. Not when I'm going shopping, not when I'm going to Trader Joe's, not when I'm going to go get a slice of pie at Hoosier Mama. I'm not, if I'm on Judson, I'm not in front of your store. How am I going to get into it to patronize your business? I'm not. I'm going to be riding by it on a back road adjacent to it. It doesn't help you out at all. So let's be smart about this. I'm going to stop this rant. I feel really awkward sitting here on Chicago Avenue with people walking by watching me talk into this little black cube. So I'm going to get on my bike and I'm going to ride some more, because that's what's really the best thing in the world. Something big is coming. Yep. Oh, this is fun. Yeah. Thank you, 213 to Howard.